What's up, motherfuckers? It's Brandon, and I'm back with another Top 5 Thursday, and I gotta say this comes in handy because your boy is off today. Because I said I was off today. I tried to get out of my house, and I shit you not, regular doors on the inside kind of come outward. Well, I have like metal screen doors. They're not really screen doors. They're like metal glass doors that are built out of metal, essentially. And those don't come in. They push outward. And we literally couldn't get out of our house, man. Like, we were trying to push on them, and we couldn't get out for nothing. We finally got one to open up, and when I went around to the other ones, there was just mounds of ice blocking it. So I had to just break it up with a fucking hammer. It was a whole thing, yeah. So I was literally locked inside. I was like, do I go to work? Do I not go to work? And my house literally shut the shit down. It was like, you can't leave. I mean, if that's not a sign, I don't know what the fuck is, right? My house is literally like, I'm not even letting you go to your car, bro. Yeah. Anyways, though, without, further ado, after that introducción, that's Spanish for introduction, or not, I'll ask my wife. I'm going to do Klein Risinger's top 5 movies from 2001. And I believe that's what you're asking. You said top 2001, I think is what you said. Maybe have to fact check me on that, but I believe that's how you worded it. And in my mind, I'm like, top 5 movies from 2001. If I'm not doing it right, I'm sorry, because this is how I took it. Maybe I should have wrote you first, but I can't imagine any other way that could have been worded. But at the same time, it wasn't completely direct. But I think we're on the same wavelength here. I hope we are. Maybe you can get at me and let me know. I ain't talked to you in a while anyways, dude. Number 5. Actually, before I go to number 5, I never really like to do honorable mentions because it almost feels cheap, you know what I mean? Even if you throw in one, it's like, okay, well, you got a top 6 now. So I try to stray away from the best I can. But on this one, dude, there were so many good movies that came out in 2001, and Rush Hour 2 was one of them. And that was going to be in my top 5. And honestly, if I'm being real with you, I think it definitely deserves to be in my top 5 out of like my personal favorites. But all these movies are muddled so fucking close together. And I've already talked about Rush Hour 2, like completely dove into it on the podcast. So there's plenty of shit already out there of me ranting and raving about that sequel. So why not, if it's this fucking close, because all these movies are great, throw another one in the top 5. Feels more deserving. So here we go. Number 5, I'm going to go with Kiss of the Dragon, another martial arts film, except hold the comedy. And you're going to have to deal with my daughter. She's speaking another language under the table. I don't know if you can hear her. She's also been doing some karate, so this is perfect. Also right on time. Kiss of the Dragon is a Jet Li film. And this is just one of those films where obviously it's Jet Li, the action's on point, but you never really know what you're going to get in these American films with these great martial artists, because a lot of times they hamper the actor or martial artist. Jet Li's a bit of an actor too. He doesn't have acting chops, but I don't look at him as just flat out martial artist. There's a reason he's successful. There's some charisma there, and he's decent in scenes when he needs to get emotional. You know what I mean? So, is he going to be directed the right way? Is the choreography going to be shown off correctly? Is it going to be cut to bits by the editing team where they almost turn it into shaky cam, where they do a million cuts and it ruins his fightings? They don't take that nice wide angle like so many fucking American films do. They just ruin great fight scenes from great martial artists. Take Iko Uwais from the Raid movies. In that Mile 22 movie, I think it's called, Mark Wahlberg. It was shaky. It's everywhere. They had to have cut that up and made it all fucked up. Kiss of the Dragon, I think, is done well. I think the fight scenes and the choreography is some of his better stuff. That has, his best shit obviously is from, China and all that. Like Once Upon a Time in China. Let me hit the fuck you button real quick on this person. Oh, it's my brother. Would you look at that? 1 second, please. Hello? What? It's on the other side. You just ask him where the Fago is. I'm recording a video like right now. All right, you'll see it. All right, man. Anyways, where was I at? Kiss of the Dragon, right? Brother's asking where the Fago is. We're getting our ICP on over here. Yeah, Kiss of the Dragon. One more brief hold. Yeah, in China, obviously they do his shit correctly. This movie, for the most part, the American vibe is there, but it's not completely butchered. It was in decent hands. I think Kiss of the Dragon was done well, and the story and everything that goes on in the movie also wasn't just complete bullshit. It's not my favorite Jet Li movie. That's, more of his China shit. But as far as like movies handled well, because Jet Li didn't have the career that Jackie Chan did here in America. I mean, he had moments where he's a badass, but were his movies as capable? I don't believe so. This was one of his better ones. Kiss of the Dragon is a great one to revisit if you haven't seen it in a while, or if you haven't seen it and you love some Jet Li and you were kind of steering clear because you didn't like his American movies as much, like a la the one that came out also this year. The movie's not aged well to me at all. This is a good one to revisit. Kiss of the Dragon, number 5. Number 4 is going to have to go to Joyride. And that is a deceiving title because there's not much joyful going on here. This is a movie I've loved for essentially like my whole life. And it's, it's a unique one. It's got like its dark moments, but it's also the kind of movie that's like a perfect starter pack for like a younger kid trying to get into horror movies. You don't want to show them too much. The movie isn't overly violent. There's stuff that's insinuated that might not be picked up on or as disturbing as it is for adults, but it's kind of like behind the scenes type shit. There ain't people getting their heads sawed off, crazy horror shit like that, you know what I mean? Joyride's a little more chill, what you don't see. Even to the trucker. You don't even see the trucker till like a brief glimpse of him at the end, who is played by the great Ted Levine, the guy that played Buffalo Bill. If you always were wondering where you knew that voice from, that Candy Cane, however he does his voice. But, I mean, he just knocks it out of the park as the villain. And you technically, I believe, never see him at all. Even when you get that quick glimpse of him, I don't think it's Ted Levine. So I think you just have just his voice, and he just by his voice, almost like these monsters, like people that play Michael Myers and people that play Jason, they do it with just their look. They're not talking at all. This is the opposite. It's just their voice, his voice, I should say, and he's murdering it, physically and also mentally and everything. He's just killing it all, dude. The performance, everywhere, it's all great. And of course, fucking Steve Zahn and Paul Walker and Lily Sobieski, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was like pretty cool around that time and then kind of fell off the map. They all do a good, serviceable job. I mean, there's not amazing performances here, but they're really fucking good for this kind of movie. Joyride is one that gets under your skin a little bit. Solid little flick and still holds up, I might add. At number 3, we're going to go to the tearjerker I Am Sam. This movie's so underrated, man. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm a sucker for a movie that can make me almost break down and cry. And this one doesn't even almost do it. I feel like every time I watch it, I'm like, motherfucker, stop it. Like, it's one of those things where you got to look up. You're like, man, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Don't even worry. Fuck, I'm crying. It's happening again. Where you're like looking away and you're wondering, like, is the scene still not off yet? Fuck, I can't pay attention to my phone any longer. And I don't want to make it look like I'm just on my phone the whole time, especially if you're watching it with somebody. It's just, it gets to you, dude. Like, there's scenes where, like, just the story. The man is mentally handicapped in some way, played by Sean Penn, who's such a great, versatile actor. To think this was Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High still gets to me. But just the emotions he shows and how he had this kid, played by Dakota Fanning, and he wants to care for her, but the court system's basically telling him, you're not mentally capable to take care of her. And that's all he's ever had. And Dakota Fanning, all she's ever had is her dad, Sam. And then Michelle Pfeiffer is like the lawyer that's also a mess in her life, but she kind of finds herself through helping Sam. It's just a beautiful, wonderful, amazing story that'll make you grab the tissues, dude. It is a great movie. I Am Sam is kind of forgot about, and it's got its funny moments in it too. They get where they're lighthearted, where you kind of laugh at like their shortcomings, but they do it in a playful way, not in a demonstrative way. And then you see those shortcomings in other portions because he hangs out with other people that are mentally handicapped, and they're just fucking downright heartbreaking. And the fact that he has to go through this and how unfair it is because he can't help what's up here. It's such a fucking good movie with the father and daughter thing. It only makes me, more sad because I got this little fucking munchkin under me that is also a little brat, but I love her to death, okay? I don't know what I'd do without this kid. Jesus, I Am Sam is a tearjerker. Number 2, I'm going to go to Vanilla Sky. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to have a lot to say about this movie because this is the kind of movie, if you haven't seen it, it's more of one you should just find out for yourself because it's even hard to explain. Like, it's just, I don't know. it's a wild one. But let's just say this. You got Tom Cruise, who's putting in one of his better performances, I'll say. There's moments he's animated, there's moments he's reserved, and he's great in both, versions of him, if you will. And Jason Lee's in it. He's really good. That's one of like the last times I feel like you saw him before he randomly showed up on My Name is Earl and was just fat. And you were like, is this Jason Lee? And then Cameron Diaz and Penelope Cruz are great in it. There's like a weird... It's hard to explain without giving too much away. Like, even the trailer's like, this is intriguing, but what's going on here? And I feel like too many people kind of pass over it. Let's just say there's... How do I even word this? Like, Tom Cruise has something wrong with him, and he's like seeing things a certain way that may not actually appear that way, and it's just, I don't really know how to explain it. If you haven't seen Vanilla Sky, watch it. Trust me, it's worth your time. It's highly intriguing. It's a little long in the tooth, but I mean, it's all worth it. It slowly peels back all its secrets, and it's such a good movie, dude. Love some Vanilla Sky. Some good performances in that one. Yes, baby. Whoa. Why you say it? You want to say the first one? Say Jeepers Creepers. Close enough. Jeepers Creepers, everybody, if that didn't get revealed, is my number one. This is one of my favorite horror movies, one of my favorite monster movies, and probably one of my favorite movies in general. Victor Salva is god-awful. Let's keep it real there with that. He's horrible. I don't even know who that is. I don't know why people are blowing up my phone today. But he's god-awful, dude. Victor Salva, the things he has done, I almost don't even feel like repeating it, but if you didn't know, the director had some type of intercourse with a younger boy, and it's just all around horrible. And he did it on the set of one of his films, the film Clown House, and I actually like that movie. I own it over there, but it's even hard to watch that one even more because you're like, that happened on the set. Once you find out about that kind of stuff, it leaves an icky vibe on it. But I can separate to a degree the art of the film. I don't honor him in any way, but there's so many people that had a hand in that amazing movie. It's hard just to shit all over it. I don't know. It's a tough one. I get why people steer clear, but understand why some people, stay with it, because there's so much more than just that piece of shit on that film. And that monster, dude, it's a shame that that piece of shit was attached to that film, because what they could have done, like as a franchise, like Jeepers Creepers could have kept coming back in such a big way. We could maybe even be getting like a remake right now. That's not the realm of possibility. They're fucking remaking Wrong Turn right now. Shout out to Damian Maffei, who's in that one. So, I mean, we could be doing so much with this franchise. There's so much they could give us from this franchise, but they can't because of this asshole. I mean, god dang it. But as for the movie, just the slow burn, how creepy it is. I had some people tell me just like, once I found out it was a monster, it was just terrible. I thought it was just like a crazed man. Like, look, dude, I don't know about you, but I love my monster flicks just like I like my grounded flicks. And this movie is about as good of a monster flick as you can get. The reveal of the monster only added it to me. It was like, who the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? And it added another layer of holy shit, what are we dealing with here? And the more lore and the more that got peeled back as the movie kept going was so amazing for the creeper and that character, dude. And man, I would love, you see these big ass little NECA figures I got. I mean, right now it's pictured as Michael and Jason, the bigger ones. I'd love to have one of the creeper because he is so fucking badass and so well done from top to bottom. But we have Victor Salva tied to it. And that's why the third one is a hunk of shit, because he couldn't get the budget, and nor should he, because he is a piece of shit. But we at least do have the first and the, pretty good, underrated second one. But nothing touches the first. Jeepers Creepers is a horror monster movie masterpiece to me, and it definitely deserves to be at number one. And guys, I think that's my top 5. Thanks for sitting through the phone calls and all the other stupid shit I had going on. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's a lazy day. Y'all deal with it, bruh. Nah, it's all good. We got it done, right? We got the top 5 done. And you know what? Do some more ones like this. If this is what you meant, Clayne, I hope I didn't just do some random-ass fucking top 5 where you're like, bro, no, man, I meant 2001 this. Like, shit. How did I not think of that? I might be on some dumb shit right now. But if you did mean top 5 from 2001, I'm surprised more people haven't done this yet, because I always think it's fun to just yell out a random movie year, and you kind of look through the movies and you're like, fuck, this is hard to narrow down. I had a good time doing it, man, and I appreciate it. I liked your other options too, the Mafia one, and I almost did that. Even there's a couple I almost did. There was another one I almost did, and there's another one that I was really thinking about, but I was having a hard time coming up with it, narrowing it down. And I was like, it's Thursday, I got to get it out. But yeah, man, y'all should do more like this. I enjoy like the random, like, hey, top 5 from 1980. Like, fuck it. You know, let's see, like, even you as like a fucking viewer, even if you don't agree with my top 5, you might be like, shit, that all came out that year. I don't know. It's a blast from the past, dude. I love it. I don't know why you gave me this bowl, Arya, but thank you. Your boy is out though. I'm gonna continue to be trapped inside and I guess relax now that I got this done. Hope y'all enjoy this top 5 Thursday, and of course you specifically claimed since you requested it. I'm gonna feed you, kiddo. Damn. Okay. Let me see. All right. I really am out though.